Hey traders, John Howell here. Today I have a pretty amazing training for you. Today I want to share with you the big picture analysis that I see on gold and why I believe there is going to be a shock that's just around the corner when it comes to actually gold itself. And there's something I really want you to keep an eye on for. There's an amazing pattern that I want to share with you. Plus I'll be looking around the markets as well too when it comes to obviously silver. We'll be looking at the mining stocks. Mining stocks actually had a bit of a sell-off today. What does that actually mean for us moving forward? How should you be approaching the mining stocks as well too? We're looking at the stock market as well too. Looking at some of my longer term projections when it comes to the actual S&P and the Nasdaq. Also, I'm going to talk about some of my positions within the S&P and Nasdaq and where I see things going by the end of this year. And we may even have a look at Bitcoin as well too. Bitcoin is looking actually quite weak. I've got a really awesome pattern to share with you. Just a lot of down home country goodness. So let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, let's get straight into it. Before I do start guys, I'm running this is a brand new training that I'm running. It's an on-demand training. It's the 3 secrets that you must know as a trader. First thing is the number 1 thing you must know. Second thing is my top trading system. And the third thing is an amazing scanning tool to find these trades. If you go to johnslivetraining.com, or there should be a link in description, johnslivetraining.com, and you can register for my next brand new live on-demand training. I'm so excited for that, guys. I can't wait to share with you exactly my brand new training. I'm so excited. Anyway, go to johnslivetraining.com, guys, to register for that. I can't wait to see you over there today. Now, moving over to what I was talking about when it comes to gold, there is something amazing that is happening with gold here. And a lot of people are really, one of the biggest mistakes that I've made in my past moving forward, or going back, but then looking forward now, yeah, looking back over my time is, especially when I first started trading. I started trading 16 years ago. And, you know, my first 2 years, I lost a lot of money. And one of the big reasons why I lost a lot of money in my first few years is, is because I had no idea really how to look at the markets and really gauge the markets. I was always looking at the very short term. And what I mean by that is this. If I just bring up a blank candlestick chart here for a minute, and I bring up a daily chart, let me take all the trend lines off. All I was focused on was what was happening here. Now, what was happening on this candle here? What is this candle doing right now? And I was completely missing the picture. Right, and I actually go into really deep, especially on my trading system. You see the reason why this is so powerful in my trading system in that on-demand training I'm running today. I'll get a link in the description, and so you can actually see one of the worst things that I did was just focus on this one candle here. What is that doing there? And looking at for the last sort of maybe 30 days, maybe even sometimes shorter, like this here. I was like, oh look here's the candle here, and here's the resistance here. I was too focused on the short term and not really getting the big picture. Now, when we're doing some short-term trading strategies and short-term trading systems, yeah, maybe we need to zoom in a bit more to see if it's a good breakout candle and so on and so forth. But if you're looking to approach gold, which gold right now is not a trading environment, okay? It's not a short-term trading environment gold's not in. Gold is more like hold on, because that shock is coming to the markets, and most people don't even see this. Most people are just focusing on this here, and this is one of the worst things that I did. Now, what's important for us to do is to zoom out a lot more for us to see, okay, what could be forming through here when it comes to gold, right? Because gold right now has been doing nothing, and the volatility for the last 12 months has been crazy in gold. And it's been getting people so freaked out and so frustrated when it comes to gold because gold hasn't been doing much. And this is where the stock market, as Warren Buffett says, right, that the market is a transfer of those who are impatient to those who are patient. And it's been so true for a lot of the trades that I'm in right now. And it's going to be so true for those who are, especially when it comes to the stock market right now. And I'll get to the S&P and the Nasdaq in a minute. But the thing is, like, those who are very patient through what's happening right now, I truly believe by the end of this year, you would have experienced one of the greatest vertical moves we've ever seen in history when it comes to the stock market. But moving over to going back to gold now, we can see that this has been frustrating as hell, right? Because it's been very, very volatile. It's not a trading environment. It's been just been too volatile. Therefore, I haven't traded gold. I don't trade gold. Now I will trade gold if I get my setup. And again, in that, I'm not going to talk about it here, but in that on-demand trading I'm running today, you'll be able to see what my trading system is. I shared with you all the details of what my trading system is, so you can walk away with it. You can see, and you can start looking for the pattern yourself. And so the thing is that because it's been doing this, but what I've been really focusing on is this bit right here. What's been happening here? Because here's the thing, if I go back to let me bring up the G or D price here for a minute, and let me bring up this one right here. Let me actually bring up this here, and let me bring up the monthly charts here, right? Because remember, this is the big picture analysis, right? Tomorrow we could be down, tomorrow we could be down next week, or we could be down this week, okay? But what's still forming, and why I truly believe that shock is coming to gold, and it's gonna, and again, those who are patient are gonna be rewarded. And those who are patient, especially if you look at the crypto market, you'll notice the exact same thing happened to the crypto market. Crypto market, especially Bitcoin, what? It did nothing for 2 years. Like, people are getting frustrated with gold because it's done nothing for 12 months. Right? Imagine being in crypto for 2 years and then experiencing the gains. That's what I see coming when it comes to gold itself. So moving over now through to gold, we can see if I go to my monthly charts, look what we have here. We are still on the cup and handle pattern. The cup and handle pattern is still here. And I honestly, truly believe this. This is a really telling situation on this big monthly chart. Now, every single one of these candles takes a whole month to form, right? So it's not like come back tomorrow and see what it looks like. It's like, no, come back next month and then see what's happened. But this is taking its time. But as you can see on the big picture, what have we done on the big picture, really? We had a move up, very nice move up, and now we've just had a bit of a pullback. Can you see how when you're investing in gold, like I am, there is actually nothing to be worried about here. As you can see, right, just a very nice little pullback. And so we're getting a lot of volatility here right now, and that's because we've had a very nice move, and now it's gone through a very long extended bit of a pullback here, 12 months. And guess what? It may last another 6 to 12 months. But once we start to break above here, once we start to do this, we may do that and then start to do something like that and break above it. Guess what? Firstly, let's actually look at the trend analysis, right? Because the trend is your friend until the end. So we have low and we have higher low. So we have a move up, a small little pullback, and a breakout. If you've been watching my videos for the last few months, you would know that a lot of the trades that I've actually done, that I've actually showed you guys, and especially with me and my private clients, it's one of the reasons why the trading system that I trade. Again, link in the description, you'll be able to see all the details. It takes me a good detail. It takes me a while to actually explain it. I don't want to go here. This is more of a market update. But the reason why my trading system is so successful, and I've actually shared some of the trades with you, even with Amazon yesterday. Right? And even with some of the other trades I've shared with you, the reason why it's so successful is because the trend is your friend until the end. And look at this here. And so as soon as we actually get a higher low here and we break above here, guess what? The trend is on because it's a higher low. And once we break past previous highs, guess what? There's a really high probability we're going to start to continue, or we're going to continue the upward trend. All we've had is a bit of a pullback. So I see once we get back above 190, then this higher low, this small little pullback, it's exactly what happened with Amazon. Look, go check the Amazon chart out, right? Small little pullback and a breakout. Go check the other trades that I've shared with you. Some of me and my private clients have done. And I've actually shared with you on YouTube these trades as well too. It's like small little pullback before the breakout is amazing, and it's incredible to actually see that in the markets. So we could see what's going on right there, and then once we get breaking past 190, which is a new high for gold, then I see at least the 270 target happening in gold as well too. So really interesting stuff that is happening right now, guys. It's so, oh my goodness. And those who are patient, those who are investing in the markets, and that's why I've said probably for the last 6 months, and yes, I froze just there because I'm just like, I started one sentence and I went to another sentence. Yes, this pullback or this sideways phase that we've been in, a very volatile sideways phase, has been a lot longer than I originally thought. But it hasn't really gone down. It's just been really going sideways, as you can see. And looking at this big picture, it really takes away a lot of the noise. And so therefore, we're getting ready, we're getting ready. And those who are patient are likely to see some really, really, really big upside movement coming soon out of God. Now, when I say soon, guys, it could take soon could be like in the next 6 months. And people are like, soon? What do you mean? I thought that was in 2 hours. Come on, John, you were wrong. Okay, guys, so that's the way you should be approaching gold. Like, don't shoot the messenger, all right? It's just the way the markets work. Sometimes these things take time for them to really pan out like this here. And who knows? It may be next month we start to see that run towards a new high in gold as well too. So I hope that helps you out there when it comes to the gold price there, guys. Once again, it's not a trading environment. If you like to learn an amazing trading system, then join my on-demand webinar, and I'll share with you my trading system, how I trade the markets. But gold's not a trading environment right now. Investing is where you buy it. Just like those who had the mentality of the crypto market, right? What do? They bought and they held for years, for a couple of years, and then guess what? And then guess what happened? Then afterwards, and let me actually just share this with you here. This is actually the Bitcoin chart here. All right, so the good old BTC here. Look at this here. What happened? Look at all of this. Oh my goodness! Look at all this sideways movement. Let me go back to here. So we went from 20 down to like 3. And look at all this. Just absolutely nothing going on, right? Nothing going on. We had very big volatility, but very big sort of sideways movement. But this was most of or all of 2018, 2019, and even 2020. So it's actually more than 2 years. It did nothing. And then guess what it did? Then it started to make this parabolic move. So this is the gyrations, especially this period through here. It's a very, very, very good resonance. What's that word? I don't know. It looks very similar. My 2 brain cells are not working right now. This here looks very, very similar. This bit here of what's happening right now when it comes to gold, right? But as you can see, look what happened before. Remember I said before, it's a higher low than breaking past previous highs. That was the high point there, right? After this sideways movement. So once we started to break above the high, guess what happened? For the next 6 months, we went to the moon, like literally to the moon. As you can see, right, look at this here, just continue to go up and up and up, and 65, and then now it's actually had a bit of a pullback. But as you can see, what happened initially? Initially, we did nothing for a long time, and then we had the big explosive. This people here, just like with gold, are accumulating, and now we're seeing quite a big upward move from there. So I'll get the Bitcoin in just a minute. And from that there, let's have a quick look at the mining stocks here, because I know you guys are really focused on the mining stocks as well too. The mining stocks are doing something really, really similar to what the gold price is. And as you can see, look at this here. Just really nothing going on. Like we're not breaking up, we're not breaking down. It's just this sideways gyration. But that's where, guys, those who are investing in the mining stocks, I truly believe you're going to be rewarded handsomely. But guess what? It may be next year that you start to get rewarded handsomely. And if you're investing in the markets and you can't handle these gyrations, then don't invest in the markets, because this is investing for you. Investing is, okay, I'm in a really good position here, and I know over the next couple of years, we would be in the middle, or we would be starting one of the greatest bull markets. That's investing for you. Now, if you don't like investing, trade the markets. Trading is all about a setup. Trading for income which is what I do, but also invest. Trading for income is having a setup, right? You've got to have some sort of a setup. You don't just, I'm going to buy gold mining stocks right now because it's a good idea. No, wrong. No wonder you're losing money all the time. Again, on that on-demand webinar with the link below, again, and the reason why I talk about that is because I share with you my trading pattern. I don't guess, I don't gamble. That's if you want to become professional, don't gamble. If you want to trade the markets on a short-term basis, in and out in a few days or in and out within a few weeks, then the way you should be approaching is you got some sort of pattern. If you're just getting into any stock because you feel like it and then you're losing money, you're the blame. Don't hate the game, hate the player, right? The reason why I've done so well out of trading is because I don't guess, I don't gamble, I don't get into something because, I just think it's a good idea. No, I have investing, I hold and I buy and hold for 6 months, 12 months, a couple of years. And then guess what? I go through all my stocks every day and I look for my trading pattern. I look for my trading setup. And that's all I do. And then guess what? Most of the time, that setup, when it appears, it makes money for me. Just like Amazon and just like all these other stock, if you've been watching me now for the last 3 months, you know that every now and then I share with you some trades that I've been doing. And it's like most of them actually do really well because it's a trading pattern. Okay, guys, please, I really want you to understand that because it's so important for you to become to grips with the reality of these markets. And if you're brand new to the markets, the reality is just that. Is that if you're trying to trade the markets to make an income, but you're not following some sort of a system every time you get into the markets, like there's not a consistency there, you're going to blow yourself out of the markets. You are always going to lose money long term. Short term, yeah, you may be lucky, but long term, no. And then you have your investing position. So I really hope that helps you out. Again, guys, make sure that you learn. If you're trying to don't trade the mining stocks right now. They're not a trading environment. They're an investing environment. Investing is like, I'm buying right now because I really see one of the greatest booms. Just like we saw with like what I'm seeing right now in the mining stocks and gold and even silver, is what I'm seeing right now in them is exactly what happened over the last couple of years or prior to the big boom we had just in Bitcoin. That's what I see what's happening right now in the mining stock. We're getting a lot of gyrations. But 12 months from now, 2 years from now, you're going to look back and say, you know what? Thank God I was patient because now I'm experiencing what Bitcoin is experiencing. Now, on the caveat of that, on a side note of that, you think the Bitcoin bubble's big, or you think the Bitcoin move was big? You know, from 8,000 or from 10,000 up to 65,000. You think that's big? Wait till you see that. Wait till you see the bull market coming in gold and the mining stocks. It's going to be, especially the gold junior stocks like this, the GDXJ. Oh my goodness, right? You wait to see that there. I truly believe. Again, that move may not happen to next year. We may go through this fight-assing around now for and not doing much for another good 6 months. It's possible. Look, Bitcoin did what, 2-3 years before it made its move. So if you're investing in the mining stocks, that should be your approach, and you don't really care what happens on the short term. Because guess what? Those in 12 months from now, they're going to look back and say, oh my goodness, I missed the mining stock boat. And you're like, yeah, I had some money. I had a portion of my money I had a portion of my money in the mining stocks, and I was just buying and holding and letting it go. That's the way I'm doing it, and I'm in the GDXJ, and I'm in mining stocks as well too, like individual mining stocks. And you are likely to be rewarded handsomely. Now let's have a look at the stock market here, guys. Looking at the stock market, we are continuing to just be on a rampant page to the upside, just continue to make these beautiful higher lows, pull back, higher low, pull back, higher low. We had a little bit of a drop to the downside today. Not really much to say through there. One thing I do say is that I do have, there's a bit of a support line for you, if it means anything anyway, is that I know this sounds really crazy, but I have where it is right now, I have a 5,000 target by the end of this year. Call me crazy, call me nuts. And I talk a lot about that actually on the on-demand training with the link below. But in a nutshell, without me going into the reasons and why and the calculations and all that sort of stuff, that I see a minimum of 5,000 print and possibly even another couple of hundred points above that, maybe even much as high as 5,400. I know that sounds crazy, but my first target is 5,000 on the S&P 500 this year. So by the New Year's Eve, right? Happy New Year, fireworks, bang, 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 boom, 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 pop, 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 right? The fireworks, like those fireworks sounds. Maybe the way the world's going. Maybe the fireworks are going to sound like that. Ping, 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 pong, pong, pong. But I have a target of that, and that's where I see things going, because this third quarter we're getting into right now, guys, with 0% interest rates, all the liquidity that's in the markets and on the sidelines ready to come into the markets. And then we have savers still at a massive higher rate that's going to start to dwindle down back into the economy and into the markets. Oh my goodness, guys. Do you realize that those who are patient are going to be rewarded handsomely? Absolutely handsomely. So whether you're investing or if you're trading the markets, again, my pattern is the number one pattern when it comes to trading the markets, and that's what I share with you on that training. But even if you don't do that, I believe there's some really good, amazing quality stocks that are going to do more than your wildest dreams. And that's why, guys, I have a portfolio of stocks right now that are geared just to focus on from now through the end of the year. After the end of the year, guys, yes, we are going to see one of the greatest crashes. Or actually, no. After this bubble is over, because this bubble may last another 12 months, who knows? But from now to the end of the year, I see the bubble just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then we're going to see one of the greatest crashes in history. But from now to then, guys, guess what? Play ball with this bubble, because this bubble is just getting started, I believe. Now, maybe we have it now through to the Nasdaq. And by the way, I have a position in the SPY myself, right? And I have a target on the SPY of 540. I know, call me crazy, but guess what, guys? The way that, especially with trading options, anyway, that's where I see going. Now, minimum obviously is 500. That'd be equivalent to 5,000 on the S&P. But I believe we're likely to see as much as 540 by the end of this year. And one of the reasons why I have options for the rest of this year in the SPY and then also the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq, I see it rallying up to 17,000. That's right, up here, right up there, right? Actually, you know what? Let me actually make it more dramatic. Let me open this right up. Let me put this down here. Right, so this is where the market is. Let me actually pull this down here a lot more. Right, so if I bring it down, right there. Actually, that didn't look dramatic. That didn't look dramatic at all. Anyway, the purpose I'm trying to say, guys, is that I see the Nasdaq being a 17,000 print. And again, I'm not going to go into the calculations and all that sort of stuff, but looking at everything from a macro point of view and also a technical point of view, I see from this breakout here, guys, I see a 20% up move, and that gives me around that 17,000 print by the end of this year. So especially the tech sector, guys, and so I've been in the tech sector now for over a couple of months now, and because I was even speaking to I even told my private clients this, that get ready because we're going to see a tech sector boom soon. And I've even said it on my YouTube channel. So forget my actual private clients, right? I've actually been telling you guys, I'm like, guys, tech sector. I've been banging the table on it. And a lot of the stocks I'm in right now, with Adobe and Microsoft and now Amazon as well too, they're all just, guess what? Chugga, choo-choo, right? And you guys can do so well from this as well too, right? Firstly, if you don't know what you're doing, then get educated. Again, I'll teach you what to look for in a good setup on that on-demand training. Just go join it, guys. It's free. I guarantee you're going to promise you I love it. In fact, secret number one is going to teach you, if you are losing money, secret number one is going to show you what I had to learn to go from losing money to actually making money. So if you're losing money, secret number one's for you. And then I'm going to teach you trading system, how I scan the markets, how I trade 1 hour per day, etc. You're going to absolutely love it, guys. So, but looking at the Nasdaq, can you imagine where a lot of these tech, if Nasdaq does get to 17,000, where's Apple going to be? Adobe, Microsoft, Amazon, where are they going to be at the end of the year? If the Nasdaq is out there. One of the reasons why, guys, I'm buying and holding and patiently, I'm not even patiently, right? It's a lot of the stocks that I've actually got in for a while, like Adobe. Look at Adobe. I got Adobe, right? And the breakout. Look at Adobe. Adobe's just like, chugga, hoo, 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 right? Hoo, hoo. It's like Adobe and even Microsoft. I'm in Adobe. I'm in Microsoft. I got in Microsoft back down here in March, April, and I've been with it ever since. And I see a minimum target now I say a minimum target, guys. When I say a minimum target, I see 310. That's a minimum target. Who knows? If the Nasdaq's going to get to 17,000, who knows where Microsoft and Adobe and Apple and even Amazon, right? Look at Amazon. Amazon's just starting to break out now. I have actually an absolute conservative target for me based on the projection of this pattern is this 4,200. But can you imagine where's Amazon going to be? The big dog. Where's the big dog going to be by the end of this year? I don't know. But guess what, guys? I must say this very, 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 very clear here. All right? Everything I've just said here, I have risk management. Amazon could be a losing position. Please listen to me here. Amazon could be a losing position. My positions in the mining stocks could be position. My position in the SPY and the QQQ, because I also have positions in the QQQ. Right? And I see, as I said before, let me do D. Right? I see the QQQs getting up to the 410 mark up there. Right, so that's where I see the QQQ is going. So I have positions in the QQQ, the SPY. I have positions in a lot of the tech stocks, mining stocks. So I have positions in here, but not any one position is a massive risk on my account. So that's the way you should be going. Do not be going all in, guys. Please do not be going all in on these markets. It is absolutely crazy to be doing that. No all in on the mining stocks. No all in on any stock. No all in on any. Right? Yes, I have full positions, like big positions on my account, but we're not talking like 50% of my account on one position. No, that's too much, guys. Way, way, way too much, because anything can happen, and this whole world could start turning the custard right now. And I really want you to stress that home big, big, big time. So I hope this helped you out today, guys. There's so much that's coming right now. There's so much to be excited about, and you guys can do so well, because, guys, when I first started trading, I remember losing $250,000. Then I had to sell my house and car, and then had to go live in my mother-in-law's place in a spare bedroom on an old mattress on the floor. And then I had my son along the way, because I spent 3-4 years, maybe even 5 years at that time, fart-assing around, not really getting serious about trading. And I lost a lot of money, and I'm like, man, I've now got my wife, and then now my son that's coming along the way, and here's a father that's been totally miserable, losing all this money. And it wasn't until then I started to really figure that stuff out. And again, on my free training here, johnslivetrading.com, this secret number 1 here, I'm gonna share with you a lot more of the story, what I just went through there. But the thing I had to learn, there's one big thing I had to learn to actually losing money, to making money. And then I want to share with you the number 1 most successful, highest probability trading system on the planet. And then also I'm going to share with you how I scan the market, so I can have all my trading done literally in 60 minutes per day. That's actually wrong. It's actually more like 20 minutes to 30 minutes per day, because some days there's not much going on, so you don't really need to do anything. So anyway, guys, make sure you head on down to johnslivetrading.com. You're going to love this here, guys. It's so exciting right now, and I'm looking forward to this rest of this 6 months. Going to be incredible for everyone who is patient.